Tribe, Book 2, Todd Mills Mystery. Author, R.D. Zimmerman. Publisher, Scrib Pub, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Narrator, Eric Aust. Chapter 30. Oh, great. That big blue snowplow had done a fine job of cleaning the alley, but it had plowed the snow right up against Janice's garage door. When she pressed a button and the garage door rumbled upward, the first thing she saw was this white wall about 2 feet high. She knew she'd never be able to smash her Honda Prelude through it, so she grabbed a shovel as if she were frantically digging through an avalanche in search of some buried soul. She worked as quickly as she could. Zeb had the baby, thank God, but they were in trouble. They needed her. She had to be there now. Huffing, Janice carved out a narrow path for her car, hurling the already crusty snow aside. By the time she'd shoveled from the very edge of her garage to the cleared alley, a distance of only 3 or 4 feet, her brow was blistered with sweat, and her heart was racing. What if Zeb didn't wait? What if he gave up on her? Her body trembling, Janice finally climbed into her small car. She jammed in the keys, revved up the engine, then put the car in reverse and gunned it. She blasted out of the garage like a bullet, then shot down the narrow alley. Zeb had said he was in trouble, but who knew what that meant? Given the recent events, Janice feared everything and anything, particularly that thug. But Zeb was okay, right? The baby, too. Isn't that what Zeb had said on the phone? In her mind, she replayed the conversation, tried to remember each and every word, tried to fish out any kind of truth. Good Lord. She drove as if she were insane, her red car swerving and sliding on the slippery streets. She just had to get to that stupid gas station. There weren't that many cars out, but everyone was merely creeping along. At the corner of 50th and Brant, the traffic came to a snarled halt, and she leaned on the horn. "Move it!" Almost 25 minutes after Zeb had called, Janice drove up France Avenue and finally spotted the large red sign of the gas station near 44th Street. "Please let him still be there," she chanted silently. "Please let them both be all right. What if something was the matter with Ripka? What if she needed her medication? Maybe Zeb should have called 911 directly." She turned off the street much too quickly and managed to steer her car toward a towering outdoor display, the car sliding to a stop only inches from the display. Next, Janice was throwing open the door, jumping out. Zeb came charging out of the gas station's small building, cradling a bundle inside the big parka. "Is Ripka okay?" asked Janice as she rushed toward him. "Yeah, thank God. Come on, we can't stand out here." Sure, but..." There was everything to say, but only one thing to do. She didn't merely embrace Zeb, she clutched him and Ripka to her, bit her lip, swallowed, and tried not to burst into tears. Just believe me," said Janice quietly. "I didn't give her to him. He had a gun." "I know. It's one of the guys from the congregation. He just came after me again." Janice pulled at the top of Zeb's coat, peered in through the opening, and saw Ripka cradled warmly inside. Zeb, however, wouldn't linger, and he nudged Janice back and started toward the car. Flooded with relief, Janice couldn't move for a minute. But then she dashed toward the car, climbed in, started it up. As she sped away from the gas station, Zeb kept staring out the back, trying to ascertain if they were being followed. "I don't get how they've been tailing me," said Zeb, searching behind them. "I mean, how did Paul find me this morning? And last night these 2 guys showed up at the hospital and chased me." "Wait a minute," said Janice. "This isn't making sense. I think we have a bit to sort out." "Okay, but just don't go back to your place. That's probably the first place they'll look for me." So as Janice drove along, she and Zeb pieced together the events of the past day and a half, from Zeb talking to his mother in Santa Fe to the break-in at Janice's house, and then to the events at the hospital last night. Janice not only explained that the 2 guys at the hospital had been her friends, Todd and Rollins, but that she had seen Pat this morning. "Oh, shit," moaned Zeb. "I knew it. I knew they'd send the whole posse after me." Zeb went on to tell Janice all about getting stuck last night, staying at the church, and then spying Paul out by the garage this morning. "Who knows what happened to that minister? I saw Paul and took off. There's no messing with him." "No kidding," Janice shook her head. "We've just got to put you someplace for the next day or 2. Someplace that's safe and where they wouldn't even think of looking." "I could stay at a hotel. I don't have any money, but..." "No, I've got a better idea. She wanted Zeb not only somewhere safe, but where he could be watched as well. You don't have anything against drag queens, do you? A Gay Mysteries audiobooks. I think it is easy to hate a label, but a face humanizes the word. So this effort is twofold. To offer comfort to those like myself that your world didn't end because you don't fit into the view of acceptable society on both sides. And in hopes of helping those with family that are LGBTQ, that it doesn't mean we are aliens from the child they once knew. Reassure them so they can maybe be supportive at the same time, being true to their values.